confirmed this one yet. Oh, no. Okay, I'll try to work with you. I'll let you know. I'll give you the heads up. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Live. Let me just check. Say something. Say hi.
Hello, Claudia Gibson. Hello.
All right.
Is that all right?
It's all right. All right. All right.
One of the laborers for all that work, all the work and effort that went into these. Pretty awesome.
Thank you. Make sure it's. Yeah, we are.
We are our best behavior now.
Yeah.
I think we are set. I think we're set. That's better, yeah.
A little bit of effect on there.
Okay. Well, welcome everyone. We're only, what, 5 minutes late? Not bad for being your own sound and video person today. So welcome to the first Sunday Songwriters. I'm Claudia Gibson, and this is my very special guest this week, the wonderful, the one and only, the totally original Chris Taylor from San Antonio. So please give it up for Chris.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
And Chris and I met about 3 years ago at the Dripping Springs Songwriter Festival, and I never quite heard anyone like him playing around folk type music. I come more from rock and roll type sensibility. So anyway, I'm just going to shut up and let you play. What's your first song?
Oh, I'm going first.
You're going first because you're the guest, yeah. Tell us what you got.
All right. Here we go.
Bless their long. The time has come to recognize the call. Lift your head, lift your of us to see. It's hidden in our eyes like a mystery, weaved into the fabric of our tapestry. Over the beat, under the melody, spoken like a parable but drawn in sand, cast like a lifeline from love's hand. Impossible to catch, easy to understand. Embrace the moment while we can. Simple as Picasso, painting with a pen. Seen a million times, we go back to it again. Hidden for a reason, a treasure in your heart, the smiling face of love behind the storm. You've got a dark rhythm in your soul, it's out of your control, it's beating through the night. You got a song that's pouring through your mind, the lyrics you can't find until you drag them into the light. Bless them all. The time has come to recognize the call. Lift your head, lift your head, pretty baby, lift your head.
Whew, I love that. And I apologize for hopping up and down. I was actually texting my husband and saying, how's the feed? It's a little hot. So I'm kind of like going back and forth. I need the Stretch Armstrong arms. You know? And I don't have those. Well, I like that tune. What's it called?
Here's to the losers, bless them all.
And is it recorded?
It is actually. It's an old song of mine that I re-recorded recently with some gospel singers in my living room.
Wow.
And it's out now. You can get it on, it's streaming. Soon it'll be in a microchip that I insert directly into your brain so you wake up in the morning thinking about it.
Isn't that always nice when someone tells you, I can't get your song out of my head?
Yeah.
That's the big compliment. Well, I'm going to do a song, since setting up was a little, not problematic, but there's always these little things. I'm going to do a song called Trouble to start with.
Church on Sunday to put my sins behind me. When I woke up on Monday, the devil still did find me. I see trouble, trouble all my days. See trouble, trouble all my days. Tuesday brought me true love. Oh, he swore there was no other. We married on a Wednesday, but he was a faithless lover. I've seen trouble, trouble all my days. Seen trouble, trouble all my days. I've seen trouble, trouble all my days. Seen trouble, trouble all my days. just in flight, no one seemed to know me. Ooh, Saturday, run hell to pay. I'm home too dark to mention. By Sunday I was on my knees, I was begging for redemption. I've seen trouble all my days. Seen trouble all my days. I've seen trouble all my days. Seen trouble all my days.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to make a couple adjustments to your next tune to make sure that people who are listening out there, thank you for listening out in Facebook / YouTube / Twitter land, on the New World Deli Facebook page, and also on Claudia Gibson Facebook and my YouTube too, and my Twitter. So, and if you folks online are so inclined and you like this fabulous music, you can put a little tip in the tip jar. We have a little one up here, but we have a virtual one too. So, but anyway, this is about sharing. And I got to say, the cool thing about sharing the stage with Chris is I get to see he has this book there that he's got not only like lyrics but pictures in it, so it's very entertaining for me as well. So tell me about the next one, and I'm going to make a couple of adjustments for your chat.
This is a song I wrote, and it's on. I have a band, rock and roll band called Love Coma, and we just put out a new album. So it's a song on this record, and it's a story about traveling around and realizing you can't run from yourself. It's called Burn the Night Away.
Life is holy for the mad ones, precious for the sad ones. I'm haunted and I'm tired, and I don't know who I am. Living in a cheap hotel, through the walls I hear my spirit yell. I'm restless and I'm broken, and I don't know who I am. There's nothing behind me, everything ahead of me. Let's burn, burn, burn the night away. I'm gonna take my bag and suitcase, everywhere and no place. Let's burn, burn, burn the night away. The wind on the surface of the water whispers, you don't have to worry. I'm dreaming and I'm sleeping, and I don't know who I am. But unforeseen surprise makes me glad just to be alive. I'm traveling through from me to you. I don't know who I am. spiritual phenomenon beyond the shadow of a dim-lit doubt. I don't know who I am. Watching the sun go down long and red, the champagne lights fading in my head. I mix my soul with your sweet soul. I don't know who I am. There's nothing behind me, everything ahead of me. Just burn, burn, burn the night away. I'm gonna take my bag and suitcase everywhere in the place. Let's burn, burn, burn the night away. Let's burn, burn, burn the night away. Let's burn, burn, burn the night away.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much. I love that. I was singing along. I hope you
You
didn't.
have to imagine, in the band we have this cello orchestra that plays with me on that song, so you have to just imagine that cello orchestra.
Oh,
We have it on vinyl and CD back there, so if anybody's interested,
yeah.
it's in my battered suitcase. I take it everywhere and no place.
So you brought your art with you too, some artwork?
I brought some. Been doing these landscape portraits lately. These are watercolor landscapes. Just my own little twisted version of that. And so I have some originals, and then I also have some lithographed prints available back there in a portfolio. You can check that out as well.
Yeah. So that's one thing I always liked about your stuff is that you have like all this really cool artwork. So well, most songwriters we have, like all I have over there is just some CDs. I don't even have anything else right now. But there's T-shirts and koozies. But Chris has lithographs, so it's it's that's the game. It's cool. Well, I'm gonna do a song just to change things up a little bit. This one's from it's the title song of a EP I put out a couple years ago. It's called Louisiana Skin. Me on the highway in Louisiana sky. I heard the past come a-calling like a voice from up high, saying we all once lived under Louisiana sky. Let's start over again. Cross the bridge over the bayou. It's embarrassing. Sugarcane grows tall. Plantation cabins down an old gravel road. There's ghosts and live oaks telling tales of old souls. Blue beads in their pockets to keep off the evil eye. Couldn't lift them to freedom under Louisiana skies. First names only. Moses, Martha, in the chat.
Life stories left here, cypress and stone, once flesh and blood, now dust. Clouds darkened and swirled down, lightning crackled and cried. Tears of history were streaming from the Louisiana sky. Cabins dusty and empty, voices still by the time. I said my prayer to the nameless in the Louisiana sky. No, you won't be forgotten under Louisiana skies.
Thank you. You know, it's funny when you get a new guitar, everything seems a little different, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe I should have like sat at home with all my old songs and get this guitar, because suddenly I was looking down, it just didn't look quite the same.
People know it's live if we make a mistake.
Oh yeah, it's live.
Nothing's been pre-recorded.
Violence and hate are amplified. Now their father I'm running blind, and I've just lost a piece of mind. Handy dandy sat on a wall, handy dandy had a great fall. Horses, all the king's men couldn't put them back together again. All the king's men couldn't put them back together again. coming back together again.
Thanks, everybody.
I love your stuff that it kind of inspires me to sing harmony, but I can't, so
Go for
mess
it.
up your ears.
Go for it. It won't mess me up.
Cool. That's I'll tell you a little bit about this song as I tune it back up. So this is a song that has a funny little history. It was one of these things that, you know, Owen Temple is a songwriter. He's a pretty funny guy too. But he's really into this. Well, he and Gordy Quist, who was my producer for my first couple records, they had this thing for a while called Song Farmer, and I think it's still up there. But Owen designed this thing, because he's good at designing these things, where you can press a button and get a song assignment for a place. And it'll tell you, like, it'll give you a city or a state, and it'll also give you, like, whatever style you want to write in. And it has several styles, and then if you want. But so I went on and clicked it, and I got, you're Cleveland, Ohio, it's on a Thursday morning, and you're facing east. And so I thought that was a little strange. So I'd never been to Cleveland, I'd been kind of around it. And so I did some Googling, and I found out a few things. Like, you know, there's a park there, you know, right on the lake, on the Great Lakes. Is it Lake Erie? I don't even remember. But there is a fishing dock. So I kind of started from there and just sort of used the rhythm of Cleveland, Ohio. It's 10 a.m. Thursday. And I came up with this song. It's called Cleveland, Ohio. It has nothing to do with Cleveland, Ohio, and I've still never been there.
Cleveland, Ohio, it's 10 a.m. Thursday. Checked out of my motel, and I went for a walk. The lakefront is quiet, except for men fishing. They stand on the dockside, cast their lines out tall. Without you, how can I be in this world on my own? Did you really think I would doubt you? Did you really leave? Did you really leave me alone? Youngstown, Ohio, the state line by lunchtime. Grabbed some coffee at the Quick Mart and found the talk radio. The callers are angry, they say they're forgotten. Though my reasons are different, it's a feeling I know. Without you, world on my own. Did you really think I would doubt you? Did you really leave? Did you really leave me alone? Route 80 PA seems to stretch on for days. I count off the small towns and miles. Water Gap into Jersey and the suburban haze. But the New York City sky, that's a sight for sore eyes. Hoboken, New Jersey, it's 6 p.m. Thursday. I parked the car by the ferry and I boarded that boat. Halfway across the Hudson, pulled a box from my backpack. I shook out your ashes, watched you blow off and flow. Without you, why am I here in this world on my own? No choice but to go on without you. But how could you leave? How could you leave? How could you leave me alone?
Thank you.
Have you ever awoken in the morning from a very strange dream and you're like, what the hell was that all about? And you spend the rest of the day trying to figure it out. Anyway, that's the inspiration for this next song.
To the sky and sea, color blue taking over me. All her depth and stability brought me right to my knees. I start to breathe again, life in overdrive. Baby, 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 my soul is alive. Like a vision after being blind, body and mind. I never felt so unconfined, undefined, undefined. I start to breathe again, life in overdrive. Baby, baby, my soul is alive. She took me by the shaking hand, following the sound of a jazz band. I knew she was in command, playing our way to the promised land. I stopped to breathe again, life in overdrive. Baby, baby, my soul is alive. Never bands playing on the train, singing Prince's Purple Rain. It's the sound of a jet airplane, a beautiful refrain. I start to breathe again, life in overdrive. Baby, my soul is alive. My eyes went blank and I stared off. That's when the music stopped. It was was raining and the sun was shining, all the sounds in the world combining. I started to breathe again, life in overdrive. My soul is alive. I was feeling like a castaway, every color in the sky turned gray. To her I was child's play, standing in a dark doorway, and I started to breathe again, in overdrive.
Well, now you got to feel awake after that, right?
Thank you.
I didn't want to be too loud while you were playing, but
Don't
Yeah.
worry about that stuff.
So the-
I'll plow through it.
I don't want to be the annoying noodler person. So was that song came to you in a dream?
You know how it is when you wake up and you have this really messy cloud inside your head and you're trying to figure out what just happened to you in your dreams. It was sort of like that, and so I got the initial, I got the first bits of information from that, and then I spent the rest of the day trying to craft the rest of the song around that little bit of information. So,
That's cool. I had that recently, and then I took the first two verses, and I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I started writing more, and then I realized the real story was in the verses that I wrote after it, so I canned the first two verses. But they still gave me inspiration,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So it's cool. I might play that one afterwards, but there's a couple birthdays today in songwriting world. There's Guy Clark and there's Joni Mitchell. And I think Joni Mitchell's 79, and Guy Clark would have been 80. So I don't know, he's gone. She's still here. This was a song that and can you hear this guitar okay? Does it sound all right? Not too loud? Okay, good. My monitor was really loud, so I turned it down a little bit, but now I'm like, is it okay? I can't tell. This was a song that came to me not in a dream, but there was a singer that I loved. Her name was Valerie Carter. She was a backup singer for people like Jackson Browne and James Taylor, but in the late 70s, early 80s, she had some solo albums that she put out. And I was a teenager, and they were great. I listened to the first one because a friend of my sister's was an engineer on the album, and then I was like, wow, this is great, you know. And but she never really wanted to be a star. You know, she started out like opening for the Eagles and stuff, and didn't really like it. And then had some, of course, you know, when it had some substance abuse problems, which was, you know, the rock and roll curse, right, for touring musicians, especially back then. And I found out, I guess it was a few years ago, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, I found out she had just passed away. And it was very upsetting, because you know the music you key into as a teenager, it just kind of never leaves you. And some of those people, you know, that stuff stays with you. And so I was thinking about that, and I was feeling really sad about it. And it was a beautiful day like today, and I lived down in Wimberley, and then out of nowhere, this big rainstorm, just like cloud, like almost like it was over my house, just came in, and it was dark, and it started pouring. And then later in the afternoon, this song came to me, and it's called Rain. I heard the news come through this morning. You're gone, shook off your earthly chains. The skies have turned to black, and you ain't coming back.
does is rain. It rains like the human condition, like sorrow, music, love, pain. It rains like the darkness on a mission to shut out any light that might remain. Some people just ain't made for it. The spirit's too pure to be sustained. A chasm from a tiny crack, then there's no getting back. And sometimes all it does is rain. Life and loss gain. It rains like the darkness on a mission to shut out any light that might remain. The voice is pure as heaven's angels, a beauty untouched before pain. She took the one-way track, that girl ain't getting back. And sometimes all it does is rain. Yeah, sometimes all it does is rain. Sometimes all it does is rain. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That woke me up.
You don't know what's keeping me here. Sometimes it's hard to say. I don't believe it's the work of my fear, or even the cold winds of change. And every morning I wake up on this earth, after sleeping on the stars. I turn around to see a beautiful face. How come I can never seem to reach her with my heart? Wednesday's on my mind. Wednesday's on my mind. Wednesday's on my mind. The ends of the earth, they're getting closer now. And there are days I just can't smile. stays on my mind. When it stays on my mind. When it stays on my
That has a real, I don't know, it has a classic, like almost like a Beatles invasion kind of
I'll take that.
feel to it. Yeah, I love how it builds. It's cool.
That's right.
Well, again, I didn't want to be the hitting this G sharp in the middle of your B flat over there, whatever. So when my husband's here, I always embarrass him by introducing the song and saying, yeah, it's a true story about us, getting married and deciding to have kids and buy a house and do all that stuff. Like, we had no idea at all what we were doing, and kind of muddled through. So anyway, the song is called Step by Step. Riding around in your old car and wishing on an evening star, as if wishing made things true. So young, but we were gay, a leap of faith to change my name. All we had was me and you. Step by step, brick by brick, line by line, step by step, day by day. Baby, yeah, we built it up and made something out of nothing. One by one, two by two, traveling alone and maybe with you, day and night. Baby, gonna build it up and make a lifetime out of something me and you. Baby, me and you, it's true. Got a job, and we both did. Made a home and raised our kid. Every phase without a clue. And each time we nearly split, you always raised your game a bit, finding ways to pull us through. Step by step, brick by brick, line by line, step by step, day by day. Baby, yeah, we built it up and made something out of nothing. One by one, two by two, traveling alone and maybe with you, day and night. Baby, we're gonna build it up and make a lifetime out of something me and you. Baby, me and you, it's true. You said you'd marry me someday, and now we're looking back. I guess you had your way. Step by step, brick by brick, line by line, step by step, day by day. Baby, yeah, we built it up and made something out of nothing. One by one, two by two, traveling alone and maybe with you, day and night. Baby, we're gonna build it up and make a lifetime out of something me and you.
it's true.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Looking for grace outside these walls. The human race can't hear her at all. Stumbling through the darkness of the night, finding safety under the neon lights outside the walls of Graceland. Enemies like that, well, who needs friends? I'm looking for someone I can depend. People used to sing old gospel songs, but now we can barely even get along outside the walls of Graceland. Elvis, we can't cry hard enough, filling our souls with the empty stuff, praying our prayers from down in the dust. Who can we love? Who can we trust outside of the walls of Graceland? It's a one-stop shop that's fit for a king. It's here you can find almost anything. There's a waiting line outside the gates. Are you lonesome tonight? Heaven can wait outside the walls of Graceland. This world is filled with suspicious minds on a mystery train, speeding through life. It's now or never. Will you love me tender? Hear the hound dog crying tonight outside the walls of Graceland. Elvis, we can't cry hard enough, filling our souls with the empty stuff, praying our prayers from down in the dust. Who can we love? Who can we trust outside the walls of Graceland? Singing outside the walls of Graceland. Outside the walls of Graceland. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you guys out there for listening. Appreciate it. On this beautiful Sunday afternoon. If you haven't had the cookies here yet, or the lime pie, they're both pretty amazing. So, worth breaking your diet for, if you need encouragement. Looking at my list and trying to decide what to do. I think do a song. I have a bunch of songs that I haven't recorded yet. This is one of them. And it's almost time, it's about time to start thinking about recording, which is fun. It's just such a different thing to do. You know? Anyway, this one is called Unbound.
Shine on my skin. Pull out the interstate, signaling my change of fate. Unbound and ready to begin. 1,600 miles to go. It's just a couple of days or so. There's time to contemplate my sins. I'm headed back to where I came, where everybody knows my name. Unbound, I'm starting out again. Some hope to stick around. Unbound, and I can't live my life on the ground, 'cause we just held each other down. Passing kids who smile and wave, billboards, license plates, reminders of the state I'm in. At a truck stop in Ohio, a stray dog's running down the road. Unbound, he's looking for a friend. Baby, we just held each other down. Coffee and a paper cup, I swirl around and drink it tonight. You see my journey's in. I pull out from this interstate, different kind of road awaits. Unbound, I'm starting out again. Yeah, I'm unbound, I'm ready to begin.
Thank you. I'm trying to decide whether to do like a brand new song next, you know, like one that I just wrote. I might be really brave. I will be brave. I will. I shall.
Listen up, I got a little news for you. I'm gonna take you home tonight. Get in the car, shut the door, depend on now. No lovers, no tempters, no good or bad luck to ever run out now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You laugh like the blues, ain't the devil on your beautiful skin. You laugh until all your fears bullet down your chin, away from me. Like a mirror on the bottom of the ocean, like a brick to the bottom of the ocean. I can see you starving for love, and your heart breaks like the waves on the rocky shore. Like a mirror on the bottom of the ocean, like a brick to the bottom of the ocean. I can see you starving for love, and your heart breaks like the waves on the rocky shore. Mirror on the bottom of the ocean, I can break to the bottom of the ocean. I can see you starving for love, and your heart breaks like the waves on the rocky
I think I'm almost in tune. Okay, well, I'm feeling, as my son used to say when he was little, I'm feeling very waved now. He had a little problem with his bars for a few years. Now he's 32, so he'd probably be really embarrassed if he's watching this. Thanks, Mom. Well, this was a song that you know, it says it's in tune, but it just doesn't sound that way. Maybe that's the problem. This was a song that I was telling you about before that started out like from kind of waking up and writing a couple verses. Maybe I need a little monitor, maybe that's the problem. I need some guitar monitoring. Yes. I'm just going to adjust this for a sec. I'm starting to figure out this board after 6 months. So. Once a month for 6 months, right? That's. Anyway, this is a tune that started to be about one thing, but then it's ended up being about another. It's called Just Fine. Photo fell out from a break, an old one I had overlooked. I saw us in our younger days, with true love on the title page. Now Willie's on the radio, he's singing what I asked to know. If somehow you are still okay, just traveling in a different way. Walk outdoors, gaze at the sky, birds, planes, and angels fly.
vividly you laughed and spoke. Still heard your voice as I awoke. Say, you can talk to me anytime. I'm always listening nearby. How hard it was to reconcile the man I loved with one revise. You were not then what you became. Now I know love's what remains. Walk outdoors, gaze at the sky. Birds, planes, and angels fly. I look up at the sky. Birds, planes, and angels fly. Birds, planes, and angels
Claudia Gibson. All right, no worries. Watch this. You figure it out, and I'll do it over here. I say goodbye to the Father. I say goodbye to the Son. Oh, but the Holy Ghost, she keep me hanging on. Intimacy, baby, can't you see? Into me, you see, yeah. Everybody. I ain't racing to a red light down a dead-end street. I ain't the singer of a rock and roll band with a broken beat. Intimacy, baby, can't you see? Into me, you see, yeah, yeah. Come on, you know the words. Guitar solo.
I think you got your power back.
Someone light a fire, turn off the moon. I'll be singing with the choir, singing out the tune. Intimacy, baby, can't
on and off.
Check 1, 2. We got
But,
something.
yeah,
We got some power. Some
something.
kind of thing.
Hold on. Well, this is a good opportunity to just pull this camera up a little bit. There we go. Raise things
All my
up.
fans watching in Egypt are probably trying to figure out what's going on.
There we go. Okay.
I want to give Claudia a big hand, not only for doing this every first Sunday of every month, inviting new songwriters to come in and share the stage. I'm in San Antonio and drove up I-35, which is a treacherous drive, no matter what time or what day you go. But I also want to thank Claudia for, especially today, for trying to manage her songs, the sound, the video production. She's making sandwiches back there for everybody. She's doing everything possible to make this day a success for you guys. So that's all right. So I want to give Claudia Gibson a hand for that. I want to thank New World Deli. This is my first time here, and I can't wait to sit and eat and chat amongst you. And yeah, I'm just really happy to be here and be a part of the day. And yeah. I'm grateful that you guys came out to listen to these songs, and let's have a good time. I think we got a few more, right?
Oh, we got a few more. Yeah, we got several. Yeah, thank you everyone. New friends, old friends. So if anyone's watching online, I apologize. Usually we have Robert Borowitz doing really impeccable video, and I just kind of came in and set up a webcam, and when I was stepping off to kind of, because I was looking at it on my little phone monitor and saying, it needs to be a little closer in, is when I stepped on something, which the lights were still on, so all I did was turn on the power back and up, but thank you for doing an a cappella, close-up and personal, Chris Taylor version of a musical lap dance,
Most
right for
people
you.
don't want that at all in their lives, but if you do, let me know. We can make arrangements.
A special outfit for that one, right? Keep it clean. It's a
All this is
family place.
Velcro.
Well, this is a song that started out fast. It's kind of about tragic circumstances, and then during the pandemic, I was doing it kind of slow and mournful, and I'm kind of over that now. And it kind of seems like we're moving into dystopia or something. I don't know what it is, but anyway, this is a cheery little tune called "End of Days." Hurricanes, wildfires, seems like Mother Nature's running wild. Is this the end of days? It seems like the end of days. River flows, house is gone, left in mud just to carry on. Is it the end of days? It seems like the end of days. Preacher says, brother, you need religion. Get down on your knees and seek vision. We're rolling like it's Judgment Day. All these years gonna wash away. Two by two was his plan. 40 days till they hit the land. Is it the end of days? It seemed like the end of days. Rainbow sky, journey's end. Send them out just to start again. Was it the end of days? It was not the end of days. Get weak, sister, for your deliverance. Just making a move can make a difference. No use worried about the Judgment Day. All of your fears are gonna fade away.
I got to live this life alone, sinner. Time keeps ticking to the judgment day. Don't want these years just to waste away. Are we lost, me and you? Where is love? Will we make it through? Is this our empty days? Is this our end? Days long.
Yeah, you have a little cheerful song about end times, right? You know, 1999. I actually remember New Year's 1999. I worked with my husband at a catering job because they were paying like $150 an hour because no one wanted to work on New Year's Eve 1999. My husband's a catering chef, so he said, "Hey, you want to make some money because our car's falling apart? We need a new car." So we figured if we both worked this party, and I just was making like these little Bellini pancakes. It was this Greek tycoon who was having a big fancy party in New York City on the Upper East Side. And so we figured if we worked, we could get the down payment for the car, and that's what we did. And there was all these very wealthy people, and they got uproariously drunk. And there were women with these wild sable coats, and they were all like falling down drunk. And it was crazy. And the funniest part was the waiters in the back, where while the people were out front, like partying away, they were having a fashion show in the coat room, which was a bedroom, with the sables and the mink coats. And it was, and I'm just making little pancakes. And then at midnight, they dragged us out, and the man who was running the party, the Greek tycoon, he said, "Here, have a drink." He gave us all champagne, and he had magnums of, what's the really expensive, Dom Perignon, like this big, and these giant tins of caviar. It was just kind of, it was insane. Yeah, yeah, it was insane.
That's the song you need to write.
I wouldn't know what, it would be like one of those 10-minute.
That's all right.
Yeah.
People would want to hear it. Stick
Yeah.
around for another 5 minutes to hear that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
When the sun goes down, he unveils your picture in the sky. When the moon rises, she lights up your silhouette eyes. When the birds release their favorite midnight song, it's only then do I find tomorrow takes too long. When your childhood smiles fade into your ladylike tears, when your radiant drums they kiss and tickle my ears, when your laughter is mistaken for crashing waves of my lawn, it's only then do I find tomorrow takes too long. When your gates close up and I'm locked out, suffer lovesick fears in your captivating pout. When your friends and family they say I've got it all wrong, it's only then do I find tomorrow takes too long.
Thanks, Senator.
Maybe I should write that song with you, the 1999 New Year's party.
I'll do it.
I think it would be kind of epic, right?
I think it could be something people would pay to see.
It was actually the only time that I ever tried to do what my husband did, which was working New York City catering, and it was really stressful. No, I'm not made for that. Not made for food service. I can't hear this that well now, ever since the power. Hey, thanks guys, thanks for listening. I'm gonna turn this up just a tiny smidge. Otherwise, I'm turning you up. I don't know. Are you still loud? Let's see. Now I understand what's going on. Just have to turn me up a little. Okay. That's better. So this is a song I wrote recently. Try to say that 3 times fast. I wrote recently. It's about the one of the few female outlaws in Texas. Her name was Laura Bullion, and she lived in the 1870s. And she died in 1961 in Memphis. And so she kind of went through, a lot, saw a lot in her life. And by the time she died, no one knew what she had done in her previous life. She was just kind of this anonymous seamstress living in Memphis. So I'd like to think of her telling someone about her previous days. It's called Laura's Song. Daughter of an outlaw, and I live an outlaw life. From Abilene to Cody, across the great divide. True love was my treasure, though I never was wise. But I will tell my story now, you. Mom barely raised me, then she left me with her kin. They did the best they could to keep a restless child from sin. Bound for San Antonio, the red lights reeled me in, and I was no one's angel anymore. Fanny Porter schooled me in the ways of pleasing men. I took up with Will Carver and Blackjack Kitchen's gang. Will died in Sonora, then I fell for Blue-Eyed Ben. Yeah, I was a tall Texas girl. Running with the wild bunch, we robbed banks and trains. I would hold the horses till we made our giveaway. We hit the Great Northern and the boys blew up the safe. $60,000 was the tip. July to November of '01 was quite the time. Montana down Little Rock on the run, living high. It ended in St.
Out for good behavior, 7 more years did I pine. I walked a straight and narrow path while Ben did his hard time. In letters sent from prison, he said, Laura, do not cry, 'cause I will make this up to you someday. Well, Ben had good intentions, but his outlaw ways ran deep. The promise of an honest life was one he could not keep. 'Cause 9 months after exiting that penitentiary, Ben died near dry, robbing the number 9 tree. Daughter of an outlaw, and I live an outlaw life. But 50 years have passed, now I'm the last one of their kind. My secrets will die with me, and my name will fade with time. It's Laura, the tall Texans girl. Laura, the tall Texans girl.
Thanks.
Loving you is like sailing strange waters. The wind in my face, no sign of the shore. Under such a beautiful sky, under such a beautiful sky. Loving you is like sailing strange waters, surrounded by the sea, no drink to pour. Fish of the deep know my name. Fish of the deep know my name. Who knows where we are today? We talk all the time with nothing to say. Holding it in, holding it all in. It reads like a tattoo on my skin. Anyone can be forgiven, anyone can be cruel. Anyone can wake up one day and find they've been a fool. Thought I'd done anything for you, but I didn't, now did I? Is it too late to chase the ghost from your eyes? You got a sadness in my soul, not even joy I can't erase. I feel a gun, a full 12 rounds in my fist, still got my face. There's money changing hands, all bets are placed. I've got a black and blue soul and a bruised up face. Who knows where we are today? We talk all the time with nothing to say. Holding it in, holding it all in. Reads like a tattoo on my skin. Who knows what lies under the heart?
Strange Waters. A few months ago I was at the house and I was cleaning through some boxes and I found a CD that I had burned for myself and it didn't have a label on it. I put it in the computer and these track titles came up and I'm like, what the heck is Strange Waters? And I pressed play and it was me, but I didn't recognize myself. So it took me like just a few minutes to go, okay, I know this is me. Where was I? When did I record this song? And it dawned on me, like towards the end of the song, this was recorded back in like 2001 on a session that I remember playing. It was this guy who was in a band called Cactus Country, and he was this big, jolly country guy. And him and his wife had their own little recording studio, and I amused him so much that he wanted me to come in and record in his studio. And I brought my strange, wonderful little songs into his like real straightforward country studios. And so he recorded me, but I remember I messed up on my voice, like it cracked at the wrong time, and I remember going, oh my gosh, I kept this off the album because that one little tiny thing that I could never go back and fix. But anyway, so I ended up falling back in love with that song and going, I can't believe it. So I just started playing it again. So yeah, that's the story behind that one.
It's a good one.
Thanks.
It's a good one. You should re-record it.
I'm thinking I will.
With intentional cracks in it.
I want to get some cellos in there and the gospel girls come back and make it sound really beautiful.
So we both have an affinity for cellos. Because, yeah, that's the song I'm going to play next had cello on it when I recorded it. And I was hearing cello when after I finished it, I said, this would be great with a cello. And, yeah, and this guy, Danny Litton, came in and played cello. Played the heck out of it, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. This is a song called Dreamers that I wrote. It kind of had a reason for writing it. I decided to enter a song contest, and I'd never done particularly well with song contests. Like, entered the first time I had started writing again, and I entered Kerrville. I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to get selected. I'm going to go out to Texas and have a great time. And, it didn't happen. So it happened like 15 years later. But anyway, but I wrote this song, and for the Woody Guthrie, there's a Woody Fest every year out in Okemah. It's really cool. If you've never been, you should go. And they have a contest for songwriters, and you have to write a song in the Woody tradition is the criteria. So yeah, so it's like, okay, well, you could write like a, Americana, This Land Is Your Land kind of song, or you could, I forget what the other one, there's kids songs, and I decided to write a social conscience song, which I'd never done before. And they always say, write what you know. And I work at a high school with a lot of kids who are involved with the Dreamer program. So that's what I wrote. The song's called Dreamers.
Desert sands, huddled down inside a truck, clutching at her mama's hands, both praying for a little love. Crawling underneath barbed wire, he was barely 3 years old. Daddy carried him for miles, not a peep, just like he was told. Dreamers, they had lived here all their lifetime, in this land they call all of their school days, and every friend's face are from this place. The only life they've known, growing up between two worlds, knows one traffic stop will leave her life forever changed. Go to college, find a job, serve your country, make your way. Choices that he cannot make when it's a crime just to remain. Dreamers, they have lived here all their lifetime. This country they call home, all of their school days and every friend's face are from this place. The only life they've known, or into the land where they were born. Could it be the dreams they share are big enough for a song? Dreamers, they have lived here all their lifetime. This country is their home, all of their school days and every friend's face are from this place. The only life they've known. Thank you.
So I guess the PS to that was I wrote it and sent it away and forgot about it. And then 3 months later I got an email saying, hey, guess what? You won the contest. Come on out to Oklahoma and play a set on the main stage on Saturday night. And I was like, okay. So it was very cool. Yeah, that was like the first thing that ever happened that way.
Jesus looking out for the baby Elvis, Elvis singing out to the baby Jesus, Jesus at Jerusalem, Elvis at Vegas. Who's gonna come back here and save us? Jesus and the baby Elvis, Elvis and the baby Jesus, frees us, yeah. He turned water into wine. Elvis made movies like a star, he shined. Jesus had the cross, but Elvis had the pelvis. Who's gonna come back here and save us? Jesus and the baby Elvis, Elvis and the baby Jesus, frees us, yeah, yeah, yeah. Son of God, you know. Elvis sang his songs in Sun Studio. Heaven and hell meet Heartbreak Hotel. Who's gonna come back here and save us? Jesus and the baby Elvis, Elvis and the baby Jesus, frees us, yeah. For Bob Dylan and John Lennon too. They get off from a band and call themselves the Who. Jesus writes the lyrics and whistles it out. Elvis blows his harp while and twist and shout. Jesus and the baby Elvis. Elvis and the baby Jesus. Freezers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jesus and the baby Elvis. Elvis and the baby Jesus. Freezers. Oh yeah, yeah. They got a room at the Heartbreak, Heartbreak, Heartbreak Hotel, Hotel. A room at the Heartbreak, Heartbreak, Heartbreak Hotel, Hotel. A room at the Heartbreak, Heartbreak, Heartbreak Hotel, Hotel. A room at the Heartbreak, Heartbreak, Heartbreak Hotel. We got a room at the Heartbreak, yeah. Heartbreak Hotel, baby.
Well, my goodness. Well, it's been a fun afternoon. It's been a fun afternoon, Chris Taylor.
It has.
Thank you for joining me.
It's my pleasure. I appreciate being invited up to this.
And you drove up I-35, which is, always dicey.
It's always crazy there.
Yeah, it sure is. My tuner seems to be acting a little weird. I think we'll go with this one. So I thought, well, it's Guy Clark's birthday. I didn't do a song by him. And it's Joni Mitchell's birthday. I'm not doing a song by her. Because really, there's only one Joni Mitchell. And, sometimes it just sounds like someone else doing a Joni Mitchell song, you know what I mean? Makes you want the original more. It's like a fake beer, My friend who stopped drinking, he goes, yeah, those fake beers, they just make me want to have a beer even more. But anyway, I thought we could do this cool little Nicola tune, and I even gave you, let's see, do I have two? Do I have two? I do. Because I always forget one line in this. My own songs I remember fine, it's other people's. But anyway, and even though the chorus only has, only has one line in it. So I play this not in G, but I play it in A. So it's like G, but with a capo. So if you want to, bang away on it, the chord positions on that chart are the same. Anyway, this is a tune that was written probably 50 years ago, and unfortunately, it's more true than ever. So, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? As I walk through this wicked world, searching for light in the darkness of insanity, I ask myself, is all hope lost? Is there only pain and hatred, misery? And each time I feel like this inside, there's one thing I wanna know. What's so fun about peace, love, understanding? Whoa, what's so fun about peace, love, understanding? I
I walk on through troubled times. My spirit gets so downhearted sometimes. Where are the strong? Who are the trusted? Where is the harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it slip away, there's one thing I wanna know. What's so fun about peace, love, understanding? Whoa, what's so fun about peace, love, understanding? Each time I feel it slipping away, it just makes me want to cry. What's so fun about peace, love, and understanding? Whoa, what's so fun about peace, love, and understanding? Whoa, what's so fun about peace, love, and understanding?
Thank you all. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm Claudia Gibson. This is Chris Taylor, and thank you, and thanks for New World Daily for having us. Thanks so much. I realized, I cut that.
That's all right.
I'm used to cutting that because it's.
That's all right. We're gonna realize this.
Yeah.
Way.